Hello and welcome along to episode 89 of the Don McKellar sponsored review from Section C. Listen, I honestly can't take this show seriously tonight because I can already see Dumb and Dumber on the rest of our screen. Senior, how are you? How's your week been since the last episode, since we came back?
It's all right. Working from home, a couple of hours in the morning, a couple of hours in the afternoon, 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Better for that, the knee's still fucking sore. Thought I'd be a smart arse and drive to and from physio today. Worst thing I've ever done, so I'll not be doing that for a while. But better for that, life's good. Yeah.
And that's not bad. It took with 30 seconds this week before someone swore. So we're getting better every week as we come back.
Yeah. We're getting it. But there'll be a lot of swearing. There'll be a lot of swearing when these two clowns come on, that's for sure.
Yes, because we will need to moderate our language because, again, for some reason, somebody decided it became a family sport. What a load of shite. Now, listen, we'll tell you, right? Not many people get to be guests on this show twice. It's only a select few. Senior is wearing the colours of one person who has been on this show twice, and that is the golden child himself, GB Captain Robert Dowd. However, we do have guests, plural, coming on tonight's show, who are coming on for their second episode. One of them will probably woo themselves in. The other one's just come straight from work and threw on his DJing set because he's an absolute tool. So, without further ado, let's welcome back Andy McArtney and Mr. Dean Flynn.
He's now got Tommy on.
It's unreal, eh? So when we came into the show, before we started recording, Senior and I were waiting ready to come in. Dino appeared, we brought him in, and we noticed that his stars jumping on straight away, and I said, "You've just threw that on me, you came for work." Yeah, because I've got nothing else on. Nothing else.
Whoa. Nothing else on. He's got his sweatshirt and his Tommy on.
That's not a microphone, that is.
Yeah.
Gents, welcome back.
Hello.
Again. That's your mistake, not ours.
The very important question is, how's your summer been? Now, Dean, you've, like us, become a part-timer. But Mr. McArtney has been talking, wooing, announcing all over the place.
The voice of Scottish ice hockey, no less. A wee bit, mostly, sometimes. I did all the Scottish Cup finals after we left. I think that was the week after we finished. And then late June, I ended up down in the ice bowl in Dumfries, which is, as it says, an ice bowl. That was the coldest I've ever been in my life. And I did 2 days of Scottish ice hockey against England. And I'll tell you, we won. It was great.
Yeah.
We beat them.
Good effort.
Yep. And even the English were trying to get a woo out of me, but I wasn't giving them one.
No.
No woos for them. Scotland got plenty. It was really good. Actually, the level of ice hockey, I think it was the 11s and the 13s I did. It was amazing. It was really, really good. Well impressed.
Good. But yeah, been a while since we Dumfries Ice Bowl, eh?
Yeah,
well, the last time I was there, you guys cheered me into the building because I used to stand in the queue. He's in the queue. That was it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we got pumped that
we
game
got humped
well.
that day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It wasn't like us to go down there and get humped, was it?
Oh, no. That was Fife as well. They even worse.
Yeah. Scottish Cup final.
That's right. Yeah.
John Haig, after the game, giving me the peace sign as we booed them as he went round. Little did we know that summer he signed for us.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm in my John Haig right now.
Well done.
In your gypsy caravan.
A wee little John Haig. His son was actually playing one of the games. It was good.
Remember that used to, when he played for Fife, remember that used to be the song, John Haig lives in a gypsy caravan.
Yeah. And just again for the viewers and the listeners, that was when times were very un-PC.
Very different.
Very different times back then.
Yeah. You know, lives in a smart motorhome.
Oh, Dino, how's your summer been, son?
I've got nothing to report other than a few weddings here and there. Yeah, just taking a break like yourself.
Did you get married? I was not invited.
No. I just had a couple of weddings to attend.
Oh, that's okay.
No, yeah. And
No,
congratulations again to our friend Mr. John Bonner on his wedding.
Yeah, that was one of them.
It was a lovely day that
ago.
I was invited to.
No, it was a really good
Andre,
day.
did your invitation get lost as well?
I think it did. Was that? I was probably with you.
Maybe we got the same postie.
That's the one.
Was your postie at that wedding?
Managed on the free drink.
Boy standing at the bar with his Royal Mail sweatshirt on.
I'm gonna get it in the group chat for this now because John and Dear listen to this. Oh, tremendous! Well,
It was a really good day, nonetheless.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you also have been practicing then for Drunk Dean Saturdays.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of Saturday games this year, Dino.
15 Saturdays, 16 if you include this Saturday.
Brilliant.
You'll
Can't
need to
wait.
practice this week.
That's the only thing I've actually. No, it's not. It's one of the main things I've missed. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to it. To be honest.
I mean, tell you,
as you say, you do know when I nip to the loo, because Andrew puts on. What do you put on? Nelly.
I
Elephant,
know,
or-
only got the jolly little
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, expect that on Saturday at some point.
Or Nelly the Elephant. That's the
Yeah,
other one.
yeah.
I've got a wee point about that. Last week I was covering in DeVito's nightclub in Arbroath, still open, even though it's not the
It was
1970s.
a shout. I could have came down.
Well, it was a Thursday night. There was about 18 people in there. But I had a request, the last song of the night, for Nelly the Elephant. So I played it in the nightclub. Go for it.
The punk version.
Aye, yeah, full thing.
Yeah, the punk
Oh,
version's outstanding.
Loving it. So they all went off whistling. All went off whistling at Pie Bob's for whistling Nelly the Elephant, which was closed, by the way.
Well, speaking of Pie Bob's Senior, we had a listener drop me a message after last week's show to confirm that Pie Bob's do meringues for you.
Was it you who sent me the photo?
It was me. Sent you
That
the
was
photo.
you.
Auntie Berta.
Yes.
As I said last week, Goodfellow and Stevens do it because Auntie Berta's got them. But yes, Pie Bob's also do them for you. So
Yeah.
read it. There you go.
So the cream's not the same though, Pie Bob's.
It's artificial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as good. You need the good fellas of the Jane Bakery all the way.
Oh, Jane Bakery, get a good Too Good to Go with them.
Yes.
All right.
But there's my other bit in the summer. All I've done had Too Good to Goes from the Greens.
Yeah.
So that's it. Really for the listeners, what we're wanting is lists of places that do meringues. Since Clark, or bring them to the game.
Bring the meringues to the game.
Right.
Could you imagine the amount of meringues that could come to the game on Saturday?
I'll tell you what it was. It was either Lara or Becky sent me a photo the other night. We meringues. That's what it was. And I think they were for Pie Bob's.
Oh, well,
Because they were like, get Junior on the case. That's what it was. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
This all started because, unknown to me, Clarkies do not sell meringues anymore. Yeah.
Really? They used to sell
did they
a
not
long
sell
one.
them, or were they just sold out?
No, the girl says, we don't sell them anymore. We've not sold them in here since they started. And I was like, how long have you been in here? She went, I've been here for months.
Wow.
I was devastated. I was that devastated, Andy, and Dean had to buy a Plony baguette and a strawberry pancake.
The helicopter on top.
Oh my God. Well,
so that's
speaking
this
of-
week's food review.
yeah. Speaking
That's the
of
time. Yeah, we'll be back next month.
speaking of Saturday, we're going to go straight into it with the Liam Mean Tattoo sponsored game previews. So we also have a double header this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, home and home with Andy. Say it, who's it against?
Our unwashed friends from Fife.
Our unwashed friends from Fife, the Fife Flyers. I absolutely love when you say that every time. I laugh every time at it. And I look at Shannon and go, that's you.
They come down, they run down and complain. I'm like, you're my friends. You're just unwashed.
Is that the real reason that we've had to move the man of the match over to our side now? Because when you say that, they come for you.
Well, what do you think of that? I think it makes more sense, to be fair, because there's less traffic. But everyone's a bit like, it's a bit weird. I'm like, what's going on?
No, I say we went on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak once it went over there.
We won the first game.
Something like that.
I've missed about 4 goals because I've been coming round the back and coming in just at that time, and goals have gone. I'm like, who scored? And then try to get information across is brutal. So,
from a traffic perspective, I think it's the right side to do it from now. But when you think now the away fans are now behind the goal, would it now make more sense to go back again? Because they'll come down and go right into the fire exit. Yeah.
Probably half of the third period we're going to be that good this year. So we'll not be hanging about.
Yeah. So Flyers on Saturday. Fife only have a few imports returning. Obviously, Mr. Shane Owen, always absolute stalwart for the Flyers now. Lucas Kyoto and also Drake Pylon, or Pylon, however he wants to say it. So that's the returners. A couple of new signings. That wee Dick for Sheffield, Martin Littell, being a new signing for them. Johnny Curran, formerly the Blaze and Belfast as well. Now there's
Andrew loves that. Andrew loves that boy.
Johnny Curran.
Does he?
Johnny Curran played for about 6 teams last season. Due to Andrew.
Oh God! Remember you announced him for someone.
Glasgow. You announced him for Glasgow. Remember?
Yeah. The one meltdown. They're like, they signed in for us, and then he signed for somebody else.
I think was it not Belfast the next day?
I left Belfast.
But they've also got in their 4 Kazakhstan boys.
Aye, good luck. Nikolai Shulga.
Yeah.
You want me to do all of them?
Go for it.
Maxim Muzarov. We've got Artur Gatayatov. And I've only got 3 here. Where's the 4th one? Who have I missed?
The boy Maddy.
What number?
71.
71. Yeah, Maddy. I can't say his name.
Jeff
Maddy Dishhanbeck.
Well, if we're just going to abbreviate the guy for the university team, we could just abbreviate him to his first 3 initials, which is Dick.
Yeah, or do Dick. I'm okay with Dick Hand as well. Maddy Dick Hand. Listen,
Fife are going to be a good team, I think, this year, looking at that roster. The biggest thing for me with Fife this year is Shane Owen, and they've actually got a decent backup now.
Yes.
Yeah.
44. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what will happen there is you'll probably find that if games are gone, then they'll pull Shane now.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas before, they've been getting beat 5-6-9, and they've left Shane in because they know if they throw Andy Little in, it could have went up 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and just continued.
Yeah.
So they know they're losing, but they've tried to keep the score at a minimum. Now they'll just put Priester in. And I think you might find during the Challenge Cup games, I think they'll probably spell them.
I actually think throughout the season they'll split. It won't be a 50-50 split, but certainly maybe a 70-30.
Yeah.
60-40 even possibly for.
Let's
be honest, Shane, he was breathing his arse at times last season and the season before. He was knackered.
If you want to get the best out of him, if there's games, he'll pick and choose the games, won't you? you've got a home game on the Sunday. The away game Saturday, you might give. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I like the look of it because these guys from Kazakhstan, they play a different style of hockey as well. We'll have to get used to that. Just watch that.
I think it could be difficult for them because the elite league's a North American type of game. I'm not too sure if they'll handle, certainly the forwards. I don't think they might handle the physicality. I know they're going to be fast, they'll be skillful, and that might get them out of trouble. But I'm not sold on them, to be honest with you. I hope they're shit against us. If they play well against everybody else, then hey ho.
So be it, yeah.
It's a strange one, but I could understand. I think what Tom Coulin's done by bringing 4 of them in, it means that there's a group of them. It's not like you've brought in maybe 1 or 2, and out of the 2, one of them doesn't settle, and then it leaves 1 settle that Aaron's away. You've got a group there now, so it's a strange move for me.
But it's good experience as well. And the 4 of them, Continental Cup winners. The standard they played it. But the thing for me with Fife is, on average, they have the shortest team and the lightest team.
Yes.
So, we did that at one point. I think we were the youngest and the lightest and the shortest all in the one season, and I think we shot ourselves in the foot with, and we got bullied.
Must be really short if they've got Griffin as the backup.
God, that takes it right up the average, putting Griffin in the team.
Or something.
There's Czech boy as well. Czech boy's like 191, and there's a few little shorties in there.
Yeah. Their average height is 181.8 centimeters.
Yeah,
that's not big.
So, no.
Good. Well, as you say, good luck to them when they're not playing us.
Yeah, definitely.
Keep my Fife Flyers when they're not playing us.
Love that picture. It's a weird one for me because when you look at their team last season, I think their team last season was majority Canadian American, and he's brought a lot of Europeans in this year. Oh, and I know that Latal's got they've got experience, right? Let's be honest, right? But Latal's got experience of the elite league. He's got experience of playing in Fife, so he'll know what to expect. But the rest of them, I'm not too sure they've done the right thing by going down the European route. I might be
one of them ones. It's like could be hit or miss. Like they could come in and hit the ground running and fly for most of the season, or they'll just be changes early doors. Do you know what I mean?
It's kind of also that fight or flight.
Yeah, that's it.
With the European player coming there.
Because if you think about it, the Europeans very, very rarely fight. So it's, you know what I mean? So if it does become physical, are they going to want to continue playing that style again? Especially if there's Pylon will fight, right? But is he a massive fighter? Is he no massive fighter? He's no tall, he's no big, but he'll fight. But is he going to look after the boys game in, game out?
And that's the thing. Like, if he drops them, like, is he really going to drop them with somebody like Pulio, for example, with the height and the size difference? Probably not.
Or if he's out or suspended or injured, or then who have they then got? Do you know what I mean? If that's the only option, I don't know the rest of them, but if you're looking at that, that is their go-to man for that sort of.
Yeah, it's a long season of
stuff in the game. So
there's one or two of them to defend them. It's like because a couple of years back, there was only 2 that would stand up, and that was a long season.
Yeah,
the players were feeling it, we were feeling it. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
but they had Europeans last year. Like they had Eriksson, but Eriksson played in the elite league. They had Emmerdal. Emmerdal had played in the elite league. So they've, and I know that this is their guys' first season, but the likes of Johan played for us. Johan played for Guildford. I think Emmerdal had played in Europe and then came to them. But There's no way he was ever dropping gloves. Like, he never stuck up for anybody, let's be honest with you. And he was their captain. I think it could be a long season for Fife.
I don't know.
I hope it
as
is.
I say, it's one. Well, we all hope it is. We hope it's plain sailing when we
So-
play Fife, but
Looking at it, only six of their players are European.
And 4 of them are for Kazakhstan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
The
they've
other,
got as Latal and his mate.
the other one's Czech. Yeah. So Latal's Czech, and the other guy's Czech. And then the rest is, obviously, you got Michael Sici, or Sici, however he's saying it, who's Polish American, but he's American player. Kyodo's the same. He's Italian Canadian, I think it is. Then they've got 3 Canadian forwards, an American, 4 Canadian D-men, and also a Canadian goalie.
I'm surprised.
but
I
Fife-
thought there's more.
As I messaged you, Senior, Fife have signed 17
it was just. I don't know what I remember seeing that.
17 imports, so they're going to have to cut 2, or have 2 sitting off every week.
Yeah.
But they've only got 2 Brits. Well,
Yeah, because
Britain's
they've got
the backup as the third, but 2 British skaters.
Yeah, so they've got 6 import D-men, Finn Page, and is it Brody Kay?
Okay. Yeah.
So they've got no forward.
And then
British
and
forward.
10
No
10
British forwards.
10 import forwards have got.
That's mad.
Strange, eh?
Interesting.
Mental.
Yeah.
But I think Saturday literally is going to be a game of speed. It's going to be counter-attacking all over the place, I think.
Thing is, it's like these games. You don't read too much into them, in aspects. Do you know what I mean? Like, boys are still. I've seen some of the Fife boys are just getting into Fife today. So it's like, don't expect too much out these games, but you're setting yourself up for 2 weeks' time when you play Belfast in the Challenge Cup at home. Do you know what I mean? All our boys aren't here yet. They're not going to be here. Do you know what I mean? Just go on, see what you can do, and then build from there. If you make a mistake, you learn from that, and you improve it for the next game, and the next game, and the next game, and build from there. Like, that's what these games are for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and as fans, you always, and especially when you're playing against Fife, you want to win, right?
Mhm.
But is it a major if you do get bit? No, really. If they get bit, Mark could probably come and say, well, the positives were this, or well, the negatives are the lines are not right. And this is, I'd rather he done this now and play 4 games and get the lines right, get maybe the goalie situation sorted out by the time the season starts. But at least he's given himself 4 games to figure out what his best lines are, what his best D pairings and everything are, and take it from there. But it's Fife.
Yeah.
Exactly. You've got to be close. You've got to be competing, because if you're miles off even in that, then people start to judge and just
And we didn't want what happened last year. What you're saying, Senior, about the lines of we stuck with that Italian line for so long at the start of the season, where it just didn't work, and everybody could see it wasn't working, and eventually we got the Valley Nass Harms
The
line.
thing is, you went through it last week on your podcast last week, and it was like the amount of boys that could play, especially in the forward line, could play so many different positions, or could be quite chop and change if you want to be, if your centres and your whatever it is. Do you know what I mean?
But
there's a lot of scope to look at with that.
There was a guy on Twitter this morning who had put up all the lines for all the teams, and the lines that he put for us, it was like, wow, I never even thought of that. And I think that the line that we said, what was it? Gravel, Yamamoto, who else?
Tonge.
And Tonge. That was the second line, right?
Well,
They had the first line is Harm. I think it was Harms.
Kylie and Tonge. Because
No,
that's a line I got sent to me from someone as well. Then that was your first line.
Kylie was one. And it was, no, Alberga. Had Alberga been the first line centre. And you just think, it's really funny, right? Because nobody's seen them, everybody's going to be probably looking at stats and things like that and thinking, oh, he's not got a lot of points, he'll be third line. Somebody else has went, but I've seen him. He should be first line. He's not got a lot of points, but he's playing at that level.
Yeah, I've had a few fans texting me as well today because they were up at the training at lunchtime there saying, some of these players, already working on, the chemistry that's going on. It looks really good. There seems to be a lot. So yeah, the stats only take you so far, don't they? And then you've got to go with that chemistry, and that's the bit I love about any sport. When you see that chemistry clicking, and 20 goals turns into 50 goals because they've got that person sitting on their shoulder that's looking after them, that gets them. That's the bit I love.
Yeah. So that's.
Sorry, see with the deep erms, they had Pouncey as the third line with Ingles. So they had Dryden and Cole McDonald. They had Ben O'Connor and Pouliot, and then they had Ingles and Pouncey.
What? Surely you don't change Pouncey and Dow, or do you? Am I off the total scale there?
See, I would, because I think probably apart from Dryden, I would probably think Cole McDonald is going to be the best D-man we've got. Maybe even including Dryden.
Yeah.
I do love that thought of O'Connor and Pouliot together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So the boy might not be far away with the deep ends.
Thing is, you're on deep ends like that. You're on fire the entire time. You're not having that.
Definitely.
Forwards are working harder.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that. The other defender who's now playing forward with his new number 60-24, as I'm going to call it all season. What are you changing your number for? That. You'll just have to be 60-24.
Yeah. But yeah,
this is my number 65-24.
So that we've got Fife obviously this weekend, and then we go into the next week where again we play the University of Quebec-Trois-Rivieres. Andy, you're going to have a job on your hand.
I think so.
With one of the D-men for...
Yeah. Well, there's a few that I can already do. There's Olivier Boutin.
Oh, good.
There's
okay.
Felix Larose. Christophe Rondeau. There's a Cloutier. Matthias Cloutier.
Okay.
There's a Tristan Waugh.
What? What's that?
Well, is it Waugh or is it Roy?
Roy or Waugh?
Definitely there's Waugh. I know you want Waugh.
Roy. Waugh?
Yeah, Roy Waugh. What was his first name? I can't remember his first name. Anyway.
Waugh.
Waugh.
Anyway.
No. I'm on about Lloris.
Oh yeah, good old Lloris. Are you gonna put the whole name up on the screen or something, or what? That'd be mental. So will I go for it?
Go for it.
Lloris Rafa no Menzanta Soa.
Not bad.
If I maybe added 2 extra bits of words in there, but yeah, he's going to be Rafa.
Is he French Canadian?
He sounded a bit French Mexican there.
He is actually like proper French Canadian. He was born in Paris.
Born in Paris. Yeah. Born in Paris.
So he's French. French Canadian. I'm born in Paris. That makes him French Canadian.
Just because he's born in Paris doesn't mean he never moved to Canada like a fucking week later with his parents who are Canadian.
French Canadian. I was born in Paris.
Elite prospects, nation, Canada/France, senior, get it up yet.
It's got to be half badgy thing. Hey, you couldn't press his button though for the pronunciation of his names. There's a load of them you can do. I've been practicing them.
Yeah.
His wasn't one of them.
Oh well, you'll need to make sure that you say Chris Inglis is right.
What's that all about? I've complained about Chris Inglis.
Yeah, it says it on Elite Prospects as well now.
Yeah.
Chris Inglis.
We'll be complaining about that. So we, as the media group, all put together every single name of all the teams. Like each of the announcers or the TV lots of Sweden will do it for us, of all our teams, and then we get all sent in a Dropbox. And it'll arrive sometime this week, or like we did last week, 4 weeks into the season when we played half the teams, and I got half of them wrong. So you can listen through and try and get them right, and you can then pick and choose which ones you want to make a mess of. Really. So for a bit of a wind up.
I could hear it now. If the guy wears number 15, it could be goal scored by number 15.
Well,
and that's it.
That's all you get. So.
But yeah, so we've also got the university games next Thursday and Sunday. I'm still undecided on which one I'm going to go to because Shannon's obviously got a hen party that weekend and comes back on the Sunday. And I'd rather do Sunday than a Thursday night game, but...
Yeah, so would I.
You never seen Drunk Dean Thursday?
Drunk Dean Thursday?
Yeah.
I think we've had a midweek, Dean. I think we've had a midweek Drunk Dean.
I've never seen a midweek.
At
only at
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Aye, only at Christmas. That doesn't count.
Because every day is a drinking day. So that's how you solve that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would, you know, I'd like to think that the 5 games will be difficult just because they're professional. I'd like to think that we should win both of these games, and probably quite easily. I'm going to be
Are they
brutally
playing
honest.
Are they playing Fife?
They're playing Fife
Nottingham as well.
and Nottingham.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, possibly even Cardiff, because I know they're playing a Canadian unique team as well. But I don't know if it's the same team or if that's the teams that Belfast are playing.
There's probably a high
I
chance.
was going to say, Andy, you'll remember this when Concordia came over as well. Obviously, we played Concordia when it was pretty much an SNL team. It was all local British guys, and I think Jeff maybe played or Paddy maybe played. I think maybe one import playing, but it was they were better than us at that time. And I don't know if the standards improved since then, but I think if we had an Elite League team playing that Concordia team, I think it probably would have wiped the floor with them, to be honest.
Yeah, and you've heard of the Concordia a lot. You know, they're quite well established and esteemed.
Yeah.
And I think that might be the thing. You know, if it's going to be like that, then you work on your systems, you really push them, you work on your fitness, that sort of stuff, don't you? And who knows though, they might come out. There's only 9 on the roster here. They bring across the 25 of them, and they're you could be signing something by the end of it.
And that's it.
Goalie.
Goalie. Yeah.
I was going to put a little white thing, the new goalie underneath, but I decided to put I need a wee like Tom Keelan. You took that off. I don't know why.
But no, you're right. But I'd like to think that we also being a professional team that we should win both games.
You think you should do?
Be good to see the level of it as well, when you're.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these players.
Holy goalie.
There's no holes in me.
But yeah, no, I think I'd like to think that we'd probably win both those games, probably comfortably enough that we're not really getting out of third tier even. But I think those are the 2 games that will probably be working on the systems that we're trying to put in place for the season. Probably there'll be a lot of penalties in that sort of game because it'll just be 2 teams close up and doing the ice, working on things. But you never know if Mr. Craig's involved or Pavel.
I'd forgotten about the referees. And the linesman as well. Exciting. Totally forgot about
The only person who thinks that. The only person who spotted that all summer.
No, I quite like to see Pavel. Pavel gives me a wee wave when he skates round before the game starts.
Well, he's waving at me, not
meant to do
you.
that now.
You ever noticed that?
That's me he's waving at. It's not you. I'm standing just there.
Waving at. I fully put my hand up, give him a wee wave, and he just skates by and gives it the whole. Yeah. Pavel loves it in Dundee now. Absolutely fucking loves it.
I
but yeah.
had a good chat with Dalton in the summer. He was down refereeing some of those things. And knowledgeable guy. I like him.
Knowledgeable. He wants to put it on the ice then.
That's good guy to chat to.
It's good to get a different perspective of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why like when Graham was on, when Graham come on the podcast, it's good. It's good. Like when we're there as fans, right? Mm-hmm. They're there to do a job. You can interview players and they'll give you a totally different perspective as well. So it's good to get the sort of the officials' perspective of things. I would actually I'd like them to get interviewed after games. Mm-hmm. I've always, you know, if something happened and, for example, they kicked somebody out and it was a major and there was a lot of debate about it, go and ask them, why did you do that? You know, before it goes to DOPS, or put the referees, whatever's on the referee's report, say the referee said this.
Because, you know, they probably could answer it quite the thing, and your badge probably couldn't argue with it. You know,
no, that's it. You would be like, well, get what? Yeah, you could turn around and say, well, get what? Toby Craig come out. His opinion was, there it is there. Okay, hands up. Whether you agree with it or not, then fine. Well, at least he's came out and they've actually explained why they've made that call for whatever reason. Yeah.
I'd like them mic'd up as well. I think that'd be brilliant.
Mic'd up. Absolutely, yeah. Mic'd up.
But in the stadium when we're doing it at the game.
Yeah.
And I'd like to get Sully across just so you can say 5 for fighting.
You 5 for fighting.
Yeah. So, speaking of reminiscing, Slimming World with Stella sponsored on this day. Now, Stella has told me there is a lot of Stars fans since we've been doing this on the podcast stuff. A lot more Stars fans have signed up, and there's going to be a few stone less of folk entering the rink this year because a lot of people have been doing great on their plans. So well done to all of them. If you are wanting to sign up, there's Andy doing his best impressions. If you are wanting to sign up, Stella is doing a back-to-school free joining for all Stars fans at her groups only. So that deal will run out at the end of this week. So after the Fife games. So if you do want to join up, get in touch with Stella. So on this day, the 20th of August, in 1987, Matt Carter was born. So happy birthday to Matt Carter.
Happy birthday, Matt. His hands.
Then fucked off back to Fife. We had 2 leavers on this day. In 2013, good friend of mine, Jonathan Hogan, went back to Aberdeen after playing 2 seasons.
I think so.
Professional with the Stars, 2 and a bit.
Yeah. Good player was Hogan.
He was. I still always remember him falling off the bench that night. Coutier was trying to get to him on the bench when he got the travesty of the game penalty. I just remember him falling backwards.
That was brilliant.
In 2018...
Was Hogan the goalie? Was it Hogan the dancing goalie? Who was that?
No.
Who was the dancing goalie?
The dancing goalie? Sjogren?
No, he's a Scottish lad. I'm sure his name was Hogan as well.
The thingy, Kieran's dad.
Kieran.
Yeah.
Aye. No, Jonathan obviously was a skater that was Aberdeen, came down to the comments in that. But yeah, 2018, we had another leaver. Jimmy Jensen went to Marseille.
I sponsored him that year. That was my sponsored player for the year, Jimmy Jensen.
Mm-hmm. And one signing on this day. In 2021, from Wichita. Can anyone guess it?
What year?
2021.
2021.
3 years ago.
That was a year after COVID.
It's like a quiz already, is it?
Yeah.
We're really good at this.
One of the good guys. Wasn't Saunch, was it?
I'll give you a clue. He was a good guy. And it wasn't Saunch.
Charlie Combs.
Then.
It was Charlie Combs. So on this
Wow.
day, 2021, Charlie Combs.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Who's
that
his
is
big
on
brother?
this day.
And I
Who's
would
his
still
big
bring
brother?
him back.
Yeah.
I'd have both of them. I'd bring them down for dinner in my caravan.
Aye, okay, Hagee.
You know, me, one pot mac cheese.
But it is now time for the Gloves Off sponsored segment of the show. And this season, we're going to change it. And Senior is looking forward to this because I'm taking a step back this year. And now we're going to really find out who does get it right on the first clue in that. So this season, it is time for Senior versus the fans. The gloves are
What am I
off.
waiting on?
So, Senior, wait till the bloody intro's done, you. Wait. So it is now time for the Gloves Off sponsored Senior versus the fans.
Where's
Bring
Andy?
Andy back in.
I've moved.
Bring him back in. Andy somehow just lost off the screen there.
I couldn't hear anything. Was there something going on in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
God.
Go on, edit that. We'll edit that. It's fine.
Senior versus the fans this season. And we're really going to find out who knows their stuff. We do get people coming up. Mama Betty being one of them. Oh, I got that in the first clue. Gary Monroe was the same. I got it in the first clue. Well,
Actually,
we'll find out this season.
I actually think Gary Monroe used to get it before he even asked the question.
Did he? But yeah, so we are going to do Senior versus the fans. And basically, we're going to get guests on when we're going to do the quiz. You know, it might be every week, maybe every second week. But we will get you all to drop us a message if you want to come on, go up against. It's a bit like Challenge Ant, isn't it? From SMTV Live. Dean, you might be a bit too young for that, son.
I know. I remember that. I remember
Challenge Ant, yep. Challenge Senior. So this week,
Get to put his
We are
shirts
going-
on. He'd challenge Annika. That's maybe a bit young for that. It's maybe just me and Senior remembers that.
I don't know
Well,
that.
remember Annika.
Well,
Anyway, so
Moving on.
we've got a small quiz tonight. It's 5 questions,
oh my God.
and because we've got 2 guests, we're going to make it a 3-way.
Oh. Mhm.
Easy, Tigers. Easy.
We're not
Okay.
conventional Tigers anymore. It's Rockets now. Easy Rockets.
So question 1. All right, and I'll get you to take your answers down, and then we'll answer them at the end.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Question
Oh, hang on. Hang
1.
on. Use them.
Right, hold on. Right.
Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Name 3 players who have been Stars captains. And only captain, not alternate captains, okay?
Oops.
You got 3?
No.
You're joking. There's no way.
Yeah. Go on then.
Okay, question 2. This is the Stars' 14th season in the Elite League. How many times have we made the playoffs? And not the
No, the
overall
final.
playoffs, not the final 4, made the playoffs. Okay?
No.
Yeah.
Does that include COVID season?
That season is included in the 14th. This is the 14th season. So, yes, it's included in it. But
Yeah.
we all know that we never qualified for that because it got cancelled.
Yeah. So that's one at least, team.
Thanks.
Question 3. I am Canadian. I played 229 games. And I am the record penalty minute taker with 619 minutes. Who am I?
Ridiculous.
Dean, you better not be looking stuff up on your phone there, Dean.
No, I'm on my notes.
Nah.
Look, on my notes.
Okay.
Can you say that question again then for the slow people?
So I'm Canadian. I played 229 games. I'm the record penalty minute taker with 619 minutes. Why am I? There's that boy Wah coming in again.
Wow. Can I have a one of two?
No, there's only one player.
I've felt that Huggies. Okay.
Question 4. Who was the top point scorer last season for the Stars?
Point scorer.
Point scorer.
One or two. Can I put two again?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I've got one.
And your final question is John Dolan, GOAT,
Yes.
is the all-time goal scorer with 232 goals. Who is second with 107?
Done.
Wow. Might not be right.
No, I'm done. Might not be right.
Hey!
I'll tell you, I'm feeling confident, Junior.
He's confident when I'm against him, is it?
I'm feeling confident.
Were you a bit intimidated?
I'm worried I'm going to let the fans down here.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't know the last one.
Right, answers in. Final answers in.
Right.
I've got
Mine's
no
a
Let's
walk
spin the
in.
last one. Okay.
Okay, so question 1. Dean, your 3 captains.
Dryden Dow,
Yep,
Riley Wetmore,
yep.
Brock McPherson.
Brock McPherson. Andy, your 3.
Dryden Dow,
Yep.
AJ McLean,
Yes.
Ooh,
and
good shout.
Brent Hughes.
Brent Hughes, good shout. Senior, your 3.
Dryden Dow.
Oh, shock.
He's cheating.
Chris Blight.
Chris Blight, well
That's
done.
Dwight. Oh,
Craig Phillips.
And Tam Phillips. Yep. Well done. I was actually hoping someone was going to go a little bit earlier and go Jason Schmier or Jan McKell. But okay, points all round.
Can't remember his name.
Yeah, point all round. Question 2. Dean, how many playoffs have we made in the 13 seasons?
I'm honestly not sure. I went with 7.
Okay.
Not sure.
Andy,
I said 10.
Senior,
8.
I can tell you someone is right. It's DJ Dean. It is 7.
Whoa.
Seven seasons out of the 13 we have
That was,
qualified for the
by the way,
playoffs.
that was a total guess.
Well done, Dino.
So, record penalty minute taker. Andy, who have you got?
My record penalty minute taker, I have got. Is that question 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's not his second name though. Hang on.
What's his first name?
Sorry, I've written Jeff Marshall. But I don't mean Jeff Marshall, but I can only think of
No.
Jeff Marshall.
Get on, you mean? Because that's the name I've got.
Yeah,
I mean-
another Jeff. I've got
Oh,
one of the
what
seniors
other Jeff?
one.
I've got Jeff
Oh,
Hutchins.
what
I've
the
got
that's
Jeff.
what I mean. But I was either thought that or Brent Hughes. That was my 2. Just saying.
It would be correct. And Jeff Hutchins
Yeah.
is our record penalty minute taker. 619 minutes in 229 games.
And he was the one in the box when Cloutier was trying to get to him as well.
Was
He
he?
was in the box. He was in the box
he in the
laughing
box?
away at him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Ah,
standing.
everything comes back to Sylvain Cloutier, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That was a good
Where is
game.
he
That.
now? Get him on.
Did
Get
a
him on
chuckle
your
with
show. Get him on your
Question
show.
4. Who was the top point scorer last season? Senior?
Valley.
Dean?
Valley.
Andy?
Oh, I put Nass, for goodness sake. That's me being
Valentini
I could have
with
said
63 points.
Yeah.
it was one of the two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Your final question. So John Dolan is our all-time top goal scorer with 232 goals. GOAT. Who is second with 107? Senior.
Either one.
Dean.
Harry.
Andy.
Number 27, Paddy Lockie. Whoosh, gotta be.
Whoosh.
What was that? Oh, just whoosh past us there.
Has to be.
It is Paddy Lockie. So,
Well done, boys.
Dean, every question right. So Dean is the winner. He takes it 1-0 for the season for the fans.
No, wait, right. Let's fucking
On the
back up a
fans.
minute here.
Bravo.
You-
Get a grip, eh?
You can't hear two fans against one pair. So if Andy had won, it'd still be 1-0 the fans. I'm at a disadvantage straight away. I'm not having it, Junior. Not
Was
having
I second? Was I second?
Was I second? Was I second?
Oh, God.
Oh my God. For everyone that listens to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, you'd need to go on to the YouTube video at about 50 odd minutes just to watch Senior's reaction.
No, you
What
wouldn't, because you said Jeff Marshall. Me and Dean said Jeff Hutchins.
Well, I meant Jeff Hutchins. Oh, that was
And
the
I-
name.
No, it doesn't matter. I meant to say Paddy Lockie. I wrote either one.
Okay, so
Teeter-
just for
Teeter got
clarification,
third.
yes, we're joint second.
Hey, high five.
But I was first, yeah.
So Dean won.
Yeah.
So Dean,
What do you mean?
To be fair, Dean's my go-to man. On a game night, Dean's my go-to man if I want stats.
Well done, Dino.
Thank you.
Or chocolate.
I do a Jeremy Clarkson smug face.
and just like that, we have come to the end
I'll
of
tell
this
ya,
week's show.
Dean, I'll tell you, you've no seen my smug face when I win things. The Junior's seen it.
We've not seen you.
Junior hates
I've watched this. I've watched this podcast for a while. I've not seen you win yet. So,
No, it's never good. The three captains, I'm like, right, there's Dryden.
Right. So listen, because you were struggling with that, right? Dryden, Fabrizio Ricci, Matt Marquardt, Johan Anderson, Chris Lawrence, you've got his top.
Chris
Joey
Lawrence.
Sides.
Remember him? He's a caravan as well.
Joy Sides.
Yeah,
Remember that
Joey
goal in
Sides.
Belfast?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikel. Yep. Yeah, loads of names
Yeah.
you've got there. But yeah, well done, Dino. 1-0 to the fans already. But listen, it's only pre-season, right? It's a long way to go yet, Senior. Long way to go.
That's
Still got Challenge Cup
That's
yet.
Oh.
But yeah. But listen, gents, thank you very much for
It's been amazing.
the
Again,
show.
Yeah, thank you very
It's
much.
it's always a laugh for you two when you're on it.
we'll be the first people on 3 times, Dean. When they go on holiday and this, we'll take over.
Hey, you
Uh,
can take that back. Robert Dowd will be on third.
on with him. He'd be brilliant. He chats away to me on the thing before he goes on the ice, just at the entrance. So it's good.
Oh, don't say that. Lars was going to get jealous. So just watch what you're saying.
Lars will be doing there stopping it.
I'll need to wait on Andy coming in.
Climbing the barrier.
Andrew.
Oh dear. Anyway, gents, thank you for your time. Everyone, enjoy the first weekend back of hockey. It's pre-season. You know, don't be too serious about it, but enjoy it being back. And Senior will not see you because he's at the Women's Open at the weekend. And I'll see you though on Saturday.
See you at the bar.
I will
But
see it, and
certainly.
you'll hear me. Make sure you got your barcodes ready. That's all I'm going to say. Barcodes ready as you come in. Or your QR code.
Oh, all right, okay. I thought you were maybe speaking to Drew Fraser there about working in Tesco to get his barcodes ready or something.
Oh, that as well.
And your club card on the way in.
Again, I'll see you on Saturday, folks. And for those of you, good luck in Fife if you go over as well, because you know, get back
You'll not
out.
see Ben O'Connor.
See you later.